Hey everyone, Dan with MacRumors, and recently we've noticed some 2018 MacBook Air users complaining about very poor quality coming from the FaceTime camera on their new machines. Some users have even gone on to say that the older 2015 MacBook Air cameras look a lot better than the recent generation. And so in this video, we're going to do a quick camera comparison between a few different FaceTime cameras that might come on your new MacBook. If you head over to Apple's website in efforts to buy the new MacBook Air, you'll find all of the great things listed about the computer, including this little blurb from Apple that states that the high-definition FaceTime camera lets one or many of your friends and family see you in sharp detail. The HD camera that's mentioned, however, is barely HD, coming in at 720p. So is there really an issue with the camera on the MacBook Air, or do people have high expectations for a 2018 MacBook because FaceTiming on an iPhone just looks so good? So for this test, I took a few photos and videos using Photo Booth on a 2018 MacBook Air, a 2018 MacBook Pro, and the older generation MacBook Air from 2015, as well as the older 2015 MacBook Pros. The two machines from 2018 come with the same 720p camera, and the 2015 Mac shared the same, but obviously an older version of the 720p FaceTime camera. So when you compare the two 2018 models, there really isn't that much of a difference. The MacBook Air does seem to be a little bit darker, and that makes it a little grainier, which makes it look a bit worse, but the differences aren't as drastic as some might think. As I mentioned earlier, some users were even reporting that the 2015 MacBook Air and MacBook Pro's 720p camera look better than the current versions, and I think those people are actually right. The new MacBook Airs and MacBook Pros seem to really accentuate the shadows of an image, which, as I mentioned earlier, makes everything a bit darker and grainier. You can really tell the difference in these images when you're looking at something like the ceiling tiles or brighter areas in general, like the white sweatshirt. Even my face appears to be a bit darker, but it's not that drastic. The 2015 and 2018 MacBook Pros have these same issues, but it's not as noticeable in my opinion compared to the two MacBook Airs. Also, here are some quick video tests between the two MacBook Airs, and just like in the photos, you'll notice the same issues when recording video. This is just a quick video quality test of the 2018 MacBook Air 720p FaceTime camera in general office lighting conditions. And here is the video quality on the previous generation MacBook Air from 2015, which also sports a 720p camera. On the bright side, one thing you'll probably have noticed is the dramatic improvement in audio quality between the 2015 and 2018 MacBook Air, so at least there's one bright spot there with the FaceTime cameras. Now, of course, if you compare this to the 1080p camera found on something like this iMac Pro, it's clearly no contest. The iMac camera just blows every other machine out of the water, but that's the point. I think people forget that a 720p camera in what's now 2019 is just not going to look that great when we're used to much better cameras in smaller form factors being around us at all times, most of the time in our pockets with the latest iPhones. With all of that said, however, overall, it does appear that the 2018 MacBook Air's camera is in fact worse than that of the previous generation 2015 MacBook Air. It's unclear whether or not this is software related or in fact something's wrong with the actual sensor on the new machines, but it's something to keep in mind when you're going ahead and purchasing a new MacBook Air. Hopefully in the future, the Mac notebook updates will feature higher quality webcams for conference calls and other purposes, as video quality is an important feature that most consumers look for when they're making a purchase. So if you think your 2018 MacBook Air is having issues that look a lot worse than this, please visit our corresponding article in the description down below and upload some sample images of your own in the comment section for us to check out. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.